But what defines a best friend? Like, who is a best friend to you? How many pigeons would you have to find in your house before you thought it was suspicious? Anyways, less about you perverts and more about this. I did a solo camp on Friday night. Ended up going up a hill near West Linton. There's a good friend, Gregor, stays near there. He ended up being my tour guide for the day. He took me up one of the hills, and wow, what a night, what a night. I absolutely loved it. I will get to that. I just want to moan first. I apologise. I take that back. I'm not going to bother moaning. Who wants to listen to me moan? But yeah, the night was amazing. I loved every single aspect of it. Really just took the time to figure my stuff out. And by figure my stuff out, I mean in my tent, how to pitch the tent properly, just the routine that I would go through. I ended up trying to work it where I would just talk it through to someone. So I was just imagining someone was there beside me wanting to learn. So what I would do, literally talk it out loud, just step by step. Right, grab this part, grab that part, do this, do that. If I messed up at any point, then I would just start the whole process over again. So yeah, it's just really trying to drill in the setup essentially. There's a car coming. I feel paranoid, self-conscious about filming, so I'll be back. Car is gone. We're all safe, but we're not speaking. It's a niche reference if anyone gets that. So yeah, the whole point with being so methodical with the setup is that I really just want to camp on top of a Monroe in winter conditions. That is the goal. That will then allow me to go ski touring, like set up a base camp essentially. If that then just means set up a base camp, concession a hill, and just get used to things. Yeah, I just really want to take a step into like mountaineering, but more so skiing, ski touring. I'm a terrible skier. I'm the definition of a Jerry. Look up Jerry of the day. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe being harsh on myself. I think I'm just overexcited for things, and as I always like to say, my ambition greatly outweighs my ability. That is the best way to describe myself. So yeah, take it easy, just learn essentially winter survival. I say winter survival, just winter setup. It was -6 on Friday, so I've got all this stuff for it. It's just putting it into practice and putting it into practice safely. Being on a hill close to a friend's house, like, it's going to be totally different to being up a mountain. So maybe not even necessarily up a mountain, but just in the area. Again, just want to do it as safely as possible, but not limiting myself. So not wrapping myself in cotton wool, but just if someone was to ask me, like, how do I do this, how do I do that, I want to be able to tell them, and tell them with confidence. So then hopefully that would inspire confidence in them to even learn more themselves, or just put a little trust in me. I used to put a lot of confidence in an old friend. I would say we're best friends for a good while. I think just getting older, our characters change slightly. Just don't speak anymore, but I put a lot of confidence in them, and now that we don't speak, I need to do that myself, which I'm looking at as a positive, because like I'm actually going to understand this properly now, rather than just hearing it from someone else. So yeah, I just want to be that friend for someone else who can look to me possibly for inspiration and confidence. So I am on my way to the reservoir. I'm going to go to the reservoir, run around the outside, get to the, I don't know what it's called. It's like a waterfall essentially, but there's steps there. So yeah, do that. It should work out 4.5k to that point, and then what road did I say? Yeah, get to that point, see my distance, and I'll either come back the same way or go a different route. But I think I'm just going to come back the way I came, just so it's all a bit flatter. Yeah, more views. I'll be back. Now, this is a fishing spot, so I don't know how much talking I'll actually do coming through here. I don't want to be disturbing people, but I will put an angle so you can just see where I'm going. This is the trail going along the side of the reservoir. Oh no, oh no. 1, 2, 3, I hear talking that way. Let's go this way. So yeah, there's lots of little spots dotted around on this end. Fucking no. Jump. Wow. This is by far my favourite way of running. I do not really like running. The whole point in my running is just to go places, work on my fitness for doing hills. Yeah, I just want to do hill running. So trail running is really where it's at for me, mentally and physically. I think just the mental challenge of always having something to do, it takes your mind off just the monotony of left, right, left, right. Yeah, I'm just waiting on someone seeing me do this, but hey, who cares? I'm enjoying myself. That's all that matters. And who are they to me? No one. So yeah, positive vibes. So another thing for me is what did I do? I don't know, I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna crash. What a place to be. So nice. Bet the water's warm. So something for me, I'm quite an overthinker. I ended up coming a walk here with friends before, and there's all these metal bits. Assuming, I don't know, must have been like a toe board or like steps or something. But just danger. So I'm going to stop recording. Actually, well, I'll just put it forward. There we go. Hey. Look at all them chickens. There it is. Right, onward. Onward. Now, I don't know what this is, but curious. Who was here? What was there? Why was that there? How many people have been in there? How many people? Who are these people? Every single one of those people have their own story. They've all got their own identity, their own set of ideals. Like, help, help me. So, all those people with so many stories, like, how many people come here for a little hideaway? I definitely use it. To get away from people and things. It's a very good release for me. How many other people feel like they need how many other people feel like they need that? It's very close. Some of these angles will be very questionable. Anyways, and here, lovely. I have no idea what I'm doing with angles, what's best. Up over here, up there. I'm using my right hand. This better. See my boobs. That better. I don't know. Maybe you're into that thing. More power to you. Anyways, less about you perverts and more about this. We're approaching the stairway to hell. There's a false summit. Hooray! We made it! So that is that portion. I'm just going to head back the way I came. I'll do some more talking along the way. I'll miss out most of the run back because, well, you've seen it. If I have something to say, I'll say it, but I'll probably just see you back at the start. What I was just thinking, it's like, I was thinking about that little kind of bothy, we'll call it, back there. Thinking like, there's a guy, Bo Miles, I watch on YouTube. Quite insightful, like the way he looks at things, it's just really interesting. But again, it's this whole idea like, maybe I'm the first person to do this here. Like, who's done this here, who's done that there? I was thinking of things like, oh, maybe I could do this in here and be like, ha, who's done this? But, and then I thought like, do you remember planking? There was a thing that went on for ages where people would just plank. You would just lie like a plank places. It's just like, why? Why did we do that? Why do these things catch on? Like, I don't know. It's such a weird thing. Right. I'll see you back at the start. I'm back. Coming along there, I was just thinking to myself, I'd mentioned earlier about like a best friend back in the day, I say back in the day like it was ages, well it was a while ago now, but what defines a best friend? Like, who is a best friend to you? I feel like we might all have our own definitions of what that entails, but is it the person you trust the most? Is it the person that's maybe been there for you the longest? Is it the person maybe you've known the longest? Like, just, I feel like we all have different versions of ourselves, and no one really knows ourselves like we do. And you might project a different image of yourself to different people. Like, that person might be someone you define as a best friend, but the persona that they perceive might be different to what one of your other friends perceives. So like, I feel like that's why it's so important to be honest to yourself about who you really are and try to be who you are 100% of the time, because I feel like that's when you'll bring the right people into your life. Those are the people you want in your life, and those people, by my definition, will really be your best friends. Those are people that, doesn't matter how long they've been in your life for, but that's someone who's like a do or die kind of thing. You know they've got your back. You know that they're not going to be saying anything behind your back. You shouldn't have to worry about who you spend your time with. The time that we have got, like, on this planet, and the time that we're alive, in the grand scheme of things, is so short. So why would you not want to spend that time with everyone being your best friend? Now, maybe you don't have any friends. Sucks to be you. Nah, I'm only kidding. But yeah, again, just doing things that make you happy, and even if there isn't someone there for you, just making sure you're there for yourself, and again, just being honest with yourself about what you want and what you think might make you feel better, and just trying to do that on a day-to-day basis. I realise everyone's got different circumstances, and it's easy for me to say, but, well, who's to say it's easy for me to say? I feel like I've gone through things, maybe they mean nothing to other people, but to me, there's been a lot of things that's been a big deal, and I feel like I'm currently just constantly striving towards the best version of myself. Now, I maybe wouldn't normally want to say that, because maybe it sounds arrogant or cocky, but again, I'm just trying to on this track to try and be honest with myself. So, to be honest, I forgot what I was saying. I do get like that, but that's pretty much it. I'm just curious. My bad. I'm just curious if you've made it this far. Like, what would you define a best friend as? Who is a best friend to you? Who is your best friend? When did they become your best friend? Just very curious, very curious. This might seem like a lot at this point. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but welcome to my head. But I was just thinking, while I'm talking and running here, like, time is just flying by. Usually when I run this part of the road, it's a long straight road. It's so monotonous, it goes on for a decent while. Just kind of get on my own head, make injuries up. Well, not that I make injuries up, but they definitely seem worse than they are. But anyways, the whole point is that I'm running along here talking, and like, again, time just does not seem to exist. I'm doing what I enjoy, so who cares? I'm getting thoughts out, so it's good mentally for myself. So it is a positive. I'm not complaining in the slightest. But it's just interesting that your perception of time can just change so greatly when you're bored or not doing something that you enjoy compared to when you're doing something that you enjoy. I kind of want to say, like, getting into that flow state just takes away time, and it's good to get in that flow state. But yeah, my arm's hurting now holding the camera up, so I'm going to leave it for a bit. And there, if you can just make out, are the Pentlands. Lovely. How many pigeons would you have to find in your house before you thought it was suspicious and maybe someone put them there? Would it be 1, 2, 5, 10, 20? Like, maybe one of them just got in by coincidence. Maybe 2, their friend told them. Like, whoo, here's the house. 3, well, maybe they just noticed the other 2 going in. Like, how many before you found it suspicious? So, that is a run done and dusted. I think I worked out it was like 9.38k. I know what you're thinking, this person's a serial killer. Why would you not just go to 9.5? So I got my plan and I really just want to stick to it. I know I could push above and beyond, but I think just having that sort of system in place is just going to really help keep me consistent. Yeah, if I end up over, actually, I don't need to make excuses. I want to do it, I'm going to do it. But yeah, it helps keep me consistent. And that's the biggest thing for me. Consistency is just going to be everything. I feel like I'm going to get a lot more done by doing less consistently than doing more erratically and then ended up injured. So yeah, I'm very happy with how it went. I'm really, really happy to be back on track with it all and just where it all takes me in the future. As I says at the start, I'd ended up doing a solo camp of a hill. Yeah, I'm so excited for what's to come, like what I still have to learn. It's a very exciting time ahead, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it all. So, aye. Join me if you want to join me. If no, well, you're no here anyway, so fuck you. Right. I instantly felt bad for saying that. I'm only kidding.